Welcome to Talk of the Town, everyone. I'm your host, Robyn Zimmerman. It's great to have you with us on our show. We bring you our show from the WHHI-TV studios right next to the Sea Pines entrance. So our first guest is Steve Gaito. He's a certified financial planner. His company is called Retirement Resource Management. And we've just been having a fascinating conversation about really what your focus is with your company and your business, which is really helping people to plan for their retirement financially. So you're not really a money manager. So explain a little bit more about that, Steve.
Yeah, so I'm truly a planner. I love puzzles, and every person has their own unique puzzle. So when I got into this business 28 years ago, it was much easier because at that time interest rates were 10, 11, 12%. And as you're creating a plan for somebody, it was pretty easy to create income when you had fixed interest rates like that. Fast forward to today, and we're looking at interest rates zero almost. You're lucky if you get 1% on your CDs. And that creates unique challenges. And so as a retirement income specialist, I help people take what they have and create different buckets. Like I help them optimize Social Security, get the most they can out of there, deal with long-term care. You and I had a great conversation about the 5 different ways you can create a long-term care plan. Creating an income plan, and that's different from your portfolio because you need to create income you can't outlive. And then it's managing the portfolio, which I don't do. I don't manage money. I outsource that. You work with your existing advisor who you've got a relationship with. They'll manage that. And then the last part is your estate. And that's going to be working with an estate planning attorney to make sure all your eggs are in the right baskets.
Right. And so I'm excited that you're doing this Lunch and Learn. It's going to be at Truffles on June the 17th. And it is going to be at noon. And you're going to be explaining, again, a little bit more about all this and answering questions of our community and the public. Why is it important for you to be in person and do this outreach?
I like to teach. And so a lot of times teaching face-to-face is very different from virtual. Ask the kids that have just gone through virtual school how much they like that. There's some connection that comes from sitting, sharing a meal. I'm Italian and love to sit down around a meal and just have a conversation. And the reality is that a lot of things have changed with this pandemic. The way that we look at income, we look at what's happening from a national level with debt. That's going to create some challenges for the future. We need to look at where we get that income from and how we plan for that. How we plan to transfer stuff as taxes change to our kids, because nobody wants to, let the government get all the money. They'd rather pass it on efficiently to their kids. So we're going to have conversations about all those different topics. Share. Hopefully it'll be interactive. I love it when people ask questions and we can have those conversations.
So speaking of questions, what are some of the most common questions you get, whether in person or you said you do a lot of Zoom conversations and calls?
Everybody is different. And that's what is the challenge with our industry is that everybody wants a cookie cutter, a simple answer, and there aren't simple answers, but there are common themes that go through it. And so one of them is with interest rates so low, how do I create income? And that's a challenge. My mother deals with that challenge today. The second one is with the stock market so high, when is a good time to readjust what I'm doing? And the answer to that right now is, if you're a farmer, you cut the crop or harvest the crop when the crops are ripe. And right now, it's a good time to rebalance. You don't want to do that after a market correction.
So a lot of people have moved here from other places here in the Lowcountry, and maybe they have a financial planner or advisor someplace else, but they perhaps want to work with you. So how do they go about finding you and really talking with you? Is it through Zoom? Is it through just a phone call?
Usually it starts with either a phone call or they'll come to an educational event that I'm putting on. But it's really important for it to be a win-win situation. I don't work with everybody that I meet, which sounds odd in the financial.
Why not?
Well, because it has to be a relationship that works for both of us.
Okay.
And so if I'm not a good fit, I'm going to come out. I provide a free initial consultation for everybody. And that's so that we can feel out each other and see, is it going to match with what I provide with what you want? And if they work, great. If they don't work, it's actually great too, because then we can get you in contact with somebody that is going to provide you with what you need.
And you also, we were talking about your book, which is a great kind of first start to get to know you and kind of your ideas and concepts. What is the name of the book and where can we find it, Steve?
So there's 2 books.
Okay.
There's a No Compromise Retirement Plan, which is really designed for folks that are 50 plus. It talks about how you should look at taxes and the impact they're going to have long term. The second one is the New Rules for Retirement Savings. That's for the younger folks. And that's really a great way to reevaluate how you save for retirement. So hopefully people will take advantage of those. There's also a lot of videos that explain concepts and stuff like that. I just like being creative that way.
And to sign up for the Truffles event on June 17th?
Just go to the website. It's got right on the very first page. There'll be an invitation to get the book and get on our mailing list. And the second slide you'll see will be the registration slide for
Perfect.
Truffles.
Good to see you again,
Good to see
Steve.
you too.
Yes, appreciate all of your help and advice. And we'll be right back with Talk of the Town. Stay with us, everyone.